Some Los Angeles County residents have apparently had enough of the ban on outdoor dining, the latest pandemic restriction crippling many small businesses there. Today, a judge who wants further proof from the county that the ban is necessary seems to agree. Judge James Chalfant saying this, quote, "Although not widely publicized, the evidence shows that the pandemic is not so overwhelming that the public should live in fear." Let's discuss the situation on the ground in L.A. County with the owner and chef of Slapfish Restaurants. Welcome back, Andrew Gruel, and the owner and attorney for Engine Company Number 28 Restaurant, Mark Geragos. Great to have you both with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mark, what more can you tell us about what the judge has had to say? Because essentially he said the county has passed this thing banning outdoor banning, and they've not been able to come up with any proof to show there's any danger there, that there's any threat. He says it's up to you guys if you want to do this. What more happened today?
It was quite a stunning hearing today, especially in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of a state shutdown. What actually happened here is for the last 10 days, we filed a lawsuit. We challenged this outdoor dining ban. It was a split vote originally by the Board of Supervisors, and two of the Board of Supervisors questioned our county health officer. The county health officer said that she didn't have any of the statistics or data to support the ban, but that she would get back to them. After that ban, one of the supervisors, the winning vote, she promptly, after grandstanding at the hearing and saying that it was a dangerous thing to be outside dining, promptly drove to a restaurant in Santa Monica and dined outside. We then filed a lawsuit. We got to court. The judge gave the county not one, not two, but three chances to present evidence. They couldn't present anything. And today was 3 hours of them trying to browbeat the judge into upholding this ban, which he didn't do. And it was an amazing reveal of the fact that the county has absolutely no evidence or data to support it.
And that's the thing. I mean, he asked them to come back with that. You mentioned this LA County supervisor from the Board of Supervisors. The AP reporting on this talks about her saying LA County supervisor eats out hours after voting to ban outdoor dining. Said during a Los Angeles Board of Supervisors meeting, Supervisor Sheila Kuhl referred to outside dining as a, quote, most dangerous situation because of the possibility of virus transmission among unmasked patrons. Quote, this is a serious health emergency and we must take it seriously, Kuhl said during the meeting. Andrew, you've gone viral pushing back on this and pushing back on her. What do you make of the fact that the county didn't show up with the evidence that the judge asked for today about how this is, quote, so dangerous to eat outside?
Well, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I wouldn't have opened my big mouth so much if I knew that there was data going against my position. So I was pretty firm in the fact that the data just doesn't exist. So, you know, I was shocked that there was such a large bluff when it came to the fact that they said they had so much data in science, but I'm also not surprised that they came up empty-handed.
So do you think that it was they had data, they were relying on the wrong thing, they were bluffing and they never had any data, there weren't any things for them to rely on? Because it turns out from what I've heard, they were relying on some kind of CDC or WHO data, but not anything that was local there, Andrew, to your situation in that county and your patrons.
Of course. And I mean, look, we live it. We see it day in and day out. And we also understand and recognize that all of our guests are taking these safety precautions very seriously. So even when they do dine outdoors, they're doing so in small groups and they're socially distancing. So for us, I mean, this just looks like it's crystal clear that either it's Congress or the elected officials, they're owned by corporate America or Silicon Valley, perhaps the entertainment industry, and the rules don't apply to them, but they obviously apply to all of us small businesses. And we're getting crushed like an anvil on a dove bird, and they didn't seem to care about it. So I don't know what's in the minds of the people making these decisions, but it's hurting a lot of us.
Here's what California Governor Gavin Newsom said about what he's doing and how this is playing out.
I said it Friday, I said it Monday, I'll say it again today. I'm deeply empathetic and deeply committed to advancing the cause of supporting our small businesses during this trying and challenging time.
Mark, he says he's got a difficult balance here, that positive test results, hospitalizations, deaths are up in California, and he understands the plight of small businesses, but he's got to protect the residents of California. So how do you answer?
Well, the judge dismantled him today, literally dismantled him. The judge pointed out, and I pointed out first to the judge, when they filed hundreds of pages of declarations by the county health officers, some intrepid reporter went to the state health officer, Dr. Ghali, and they asked Dr. Ghali, they said, the judge gave three opportunities to present evidence. Dr. Ghali, an hour before this hearing, said, well, outdoor dining may not be that risky per se. The decision to include, among other sectors, outdoor dining really has to do with the goal of keeping people at home, not a comment on the safety of outdoor dining. This was a complete political theater. They have no evidence whatsoever. They listed two things in their hundreds of pages of declaration. They said they had a report from a 27-year-old from Wuhan in March who had contracted COVID outdoors, and they pointed to a CDC study. We presented the CDC study. There was nothing about indoor or nothing about outdoor. It was all indoor. This whole thing was a ruse. They admitted that what they want to do is they want to force people indoors. This has nothing to do with the safety outdoors. And I'll tell you what's going to happen here. The only reason that the chef can't open up and I can't open up tonight is because the governor came in to save their bacon last Friday and did the state stay-at-home order on the same day that the county was ordered to present evidence. So we're already formulating the papers. We're going to go after the state order. The state health director I just quoted to you has admitted it. Now it's all a ruse.
Yeah, that's an additional line of attack legally for you guys. I got to say, Chef, I was glad to hear that you said people who are able to support you with takeout and other orders are over tipping your wait staff and the folks who are working there. And we see a lot of people rallying to do that kind of thing. And we hope you guys can keep it together for your employees. Keep us updated on your legal battle. Andrew and Mark, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.